Hello students, welcome to the new lecture, and in this lecture we are going to discuss the two topics. They are the blood vessels and circulation, and next is the demonstration of Harvey's experiment. Okay, these are the two topics that we are going to discuss in this lecture. Okay, now first let us discuss the first topic, that is the blood vessels and circulation. Okay, so what is meant by blood vessel? What is meant by circulation? So blood vessel is nothing but a tube. Okay, blood vessel is nothing but a tube that carries blood, is known as blood vessel. So this is a blood vessel. The blood flow through this tube, hence it is known as blood vessel. Blood vessel means a tube that carries the blood is known as blood vessel. Then what about circulation? Circulation means the flow of something, the flow of anything. So in some substance or in particular tube, that is known as circulation. Here the blood is flowing. Here the blood is flowing in the blood vessel. Hence it is known as circulation. Circulation means the flow of something. Okay. So here the function of the blood vessels was not known until the 16th century. Till the 16th century, the people did not know about the circulation, and they did not know about the blood vessels, how they are going to work, nothing. So, but in the Fabrice, in the time of the Fabrice, that is 1574. Okay, there was a doctor. The doctor is known as Germilo Fabrici. So he is a doctor. He is an Italian doctor. He studied the functioning of the veins. He studied how the veins are going to function in the legs and hands, everything. Okay, so he found the how they are going to work. How they are going to work. He found the veins in the legs. What is meant by vein? Vein is nothing but a blood vessel. Okay, vein is nothing but a blood vessel. In the previous classes, we have studied about the arteries, veins, and blood capillaries. Okay, so veins are a type of blood vessel. Veins are also a type of blood vessel. Here you can see what the Fabrici found. The Fabrici found that let us consider this is a blood vessel. Okay, let us consider this is a blood vessel. Here in the blood vessel there are some kind of walls are present. Walls means these are substance, a kind of structures that will regulate the flow of blood. Let us consider this is the vein. Okay, this is the vein, and the blood has to flow in this way. Okay, so here the flow of blood is regulated by a valve. Hence the blood can flow from down to top in the veins. Okay, when the blood tries to move from the top to bottom, here it is not going to happen. It is going to prevent. It means the walls are preventing the flow of blood from in the opposite direction. Hence the blood can flow in this direction only. When the blood tries to move in the opposite direction, it is not possible. Why? Because here the valves are stopping the flow of blood in the opposite direction. So the same thing found by the Fabrici in the year 1574 in the legs of a vein, in the veins that are present in the legs. Okay, and he found one-way valve. One-way valve means it is only allowing the direction of in this direction only, in the only one direction. So it will prevent the flow of blood in the opposite direction. Okay, so the valves in the veins will be closed when the blood tries to move in the opposite direction. Okay, so these valves prevent the backflow of blood. Backflow means in the opposite direction, and it will be pushed against the gravity. Let us consider this is the a blood, this is the wall, this is the vein. Okay, here the walls are present in this way. The blood can flow in this direction, means from the bottom to top, means from the leg to the heart. Okay, it is against the gravity. Okay, so gravity is from the gravity towards the ground. Actually the gravity will be towards the ground, but here the blood is moving opposite to the gravity. The blood is moving opposite to the gravity. Such kind of flow is possible because of these valves. Okay, because of these valves the blood can flow against the gravity, and the blood can reach towards the heart. Okay, when the blood tries to move in the opposite direction or according to the gravity, the valves will close. Hence the blood cannot move in the opposite direction. This is only the reason we are calling it as a one-way valve. One-way valve means only one direction. Here in this case, from the against the gravity, from the leg to the heart. Okay, so they pushed against the gravity when the pressure is applied. Example, when the pressure is applied, when the pressure is applied, when the muscle is contracted, the muscles of your leg is contracted, or the movement of your hands, everything. In these conditions, some amount of pressure is applied on these walls. when the pressure is applied on these blood vessels, as a result it will help the blood to move in the direction, in the direction where it has to move. Okay, so this is about the Germilo Fabrici identification and observation. But after some days, after few years or few months, slowly he forgot his discovery. Okay, Fabrici forgot his discovery about the valves in the veins. Okay, so and he missed the importance of his own discovery. Later on, slowly he forgot his discovery about the valves in the veins. Okay, next another doctor will come. That doctor is known as William Harvey. Okay, he is the William Harvey is an Englishman, or you can call it as a doctor. He is a doctor. So after he became the doctor, when he got the doctor's degree, so he went to the Italy. Okay, he went to the Italy for the further education. It means he want to study even more in the field of medicine. Okay, and he went to the Italy and to study under the Fabrici. Just now we have discussed Germilo Fabrici. He found the walls in the veins. Okay, so he joined as a student under the Fabrici. Okay, and he did his research and so on, and he found many discoveries. It means he did many discoveries. He noticed the one-way valves that was discovered by his teacher. His teacher is known as Fabrici. Okay, so and when he found while dissecting the heart of the dead people. So when the people are dead, okay, these doctors or scientists, they are going to do some kind of research or observations by cutting the body. Okay, so and in this condition, in the time, so this William Harvey, okay, found there are one-way walls between the atria and also ventricles. If you remember, in the last class we have discussed the structure of the heart. Let us consider this is structure of the heart. So there are some kind of septa. Okay, so what is this? This is the right auriculoventricular septa. Here it is the atria, this is the ventricles. So between the atria and the ventricles there is a valve. This is the valve. This valve is known as right auriculoventricular septum. So what he found, what the William Harvey found? William Harvey found that there is a valve. There is a valve. That valve is also one-way valve. This is also one-way valve. How it can be one-way valve? Can you see here? The blood will flow from the right atria to right ventricle only, but not in the opposite direction. Okay, atria to ventricles is possible, but ventricle to auricle is not possible. So this is one of the reason William Harvey said that there is a valve. That valve is one-way valve. That valve is also present between the atria and ventricles. Here the right auriculoventricular valve, here will be the left auriculoventricular valve. Okay, so we have discussed this. What are these names? Their names are tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, okay, or mitral valve. We have discussed in the last class. Okay, so this is the observation of William Harvey in dead people while he was dissecting the dead people. Okay, so what he said next? When the heart contracted, no blood in the ventricles could flow back. Okay, it means when the heart is contracted, so the blood will move from the atria to ventricles. Okay, but not from the ventricles to atria. Okay, so the valves in the legs which was discovered by the Fabrici, it means his teacher. Okay, so are one-way valves and they force the blood to move towards the heart. Let us consider this is the leg. Okay, so this is the leg. Okay, so in the leg there are some kind of veins. Okay, these veins, what they will do, they will force the blood to move towards the heart. Okay, let us know this is the heart. So they will force the blood to move towards heart. Let us draw the diagram in a larger way. Okay, so this is the valve. This is the vein containing valves. Okay, so this is the leg. Okay, so this is the heart. It means here the valves are present. These valves are helping the blood to move towards the heart. Okay, move towards the heart. Hence the blood moves in this direction and the blood will be moved towards the heart. So this is possible. but the flow of blood in the opposite direction is not at all possible. Why? Because always the veins will carry the blood from the body parts to the heart. Hence, they are going to have the blood. They are going to have the valves, one-way valves that helps in the movement towards the movement of blood towards the heart. Okay. And next is, he noticed that there is a bulging of vein due to accumulation of the blood just below the blocked region. So let us consider the wall. This is the vein. Okay. So what happens if I block in this region? What happens if I stop? If I block with the help of fingers? If I apply the pressure on this area, what will happen? So can you see the blood is moving in this direction? Okay, against the gravity. What will happen now? So the wall will bulge here. In this way, the blood vessel will bulge. Okay, why the blood vessel is bulging just below the blocked region? This is the blocked region with the help of fingers. So why the bulging is seen here? What is the reason? The reason is the blood is pooling over here. The blood is pooling over here, or the blood is accumulating here. The blood accumulating. So blood is accumulating because of there is a bulging area. So the blood want to move towards the heart. The blood want to move toward the heart through the veins. Okay, this is the reason why the bulging area is seen just below the blocked region. So this is in case of veins. This is in case of veins. What about in case of arteries? Okay, so this is the artery. So this is the heart. The blood is pumped in this direction, and if you see here, the blood is moving in this direction, means from the heart to the body parts. The blood is moving from the heart to body parts. So what happens if I block the blood vessel, if I block the artery in this here? So the where the blood will pool, or where the blood will accumulate, and where on which direction the bulging will be seen? The bulging will be seen in this direction. Okay, or bulging will be seen here. Why? Because the blood is trying to move towards the body parts. I am blocking the blood vessel over here. It means I am blocking the artery in this area. Hence, the blood will get accumulated. The whole blood will get accumulated over here, and it accumulates. The blood vessel is going to accumulate in this region. Okay. So this is only the difference. This is only the difference between the veins and arteries. So veins are going to show the bulging area just below the blocked region, and in the arteries the bulging or accumulation of blood will be seen before the blocked area. Okay, so this observation is seen by the Harvey. Okay, William Harvey. Okay, so here the pulmonary circulation. Okay, so the pulmonary circulation means what? Here the word, remember the word pulmonary. The pulmonary means the lung. Okay, it means the blood is circulating through the lungs. That is known as a pulmonary circulation. Okay, this is the, let us know, this is the heart. Okay, so we are drawing the heart in a easy manner just for the understanding purpose. So this is the heart. Okay, what happens? This is the right atrium. Okay, right ventricle, left atrium, and also left ventricle. So from the right ventricle, so the blood will be pumped to the lungs. Okay, blood will be pumped to the lungs. So why the blood will be pumped to the lungs? The blood will be pumped to the lungs for the oxygenation. Before here the deoxygenated, here will be the deoxygenated blood, and when the lungs receives the deoxygenated blood, they will convert the deoxygenated blood to the oxygenated, and hence they will be supplying the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. Okay, they are supplying the blood to left atrium. So these walls, these blood vessels are known as, okay, the blood vessel that is supplied from the right ventricle to the lungs is known as pulmonary artery, the pulmonary artery. So here from the lungs to the left atrium, these blood vessels are known as pulmonary veins. Okay, they are known as pulmonary veins. So here the pulmonary veins are the veins, they are going to carry the oxygenated blood. Okay, here the pulmonary arteries are the arteries, they are going to carry the deoxygenated blood. Okay, so this is the difference. So here can you see there is circulation from the heart to the lungs. heart to the lungs. Such kind of circulation is known as pulmonary circulation. Okay, so this is over. Pulmonary circulation is over. Okay, and here the systemic circulation. Now the systemic circulation will come. So can you see here? So when the left atrium receives the oxygenated blood, so the blood will be supplied from the left atrium to the left ventricle. So this is oxygenated blood. In the left ventricle, oxygenated blood is present. So this oxygenated blood will be supplied from the left ventricle to the body parts. From the left ventricle to the body parts. So from here, from the body parts to the, again from the body parts to the right atrium. Okay, so blood will be supplied from the body parts to the right atrium. So here is the oxygenated blood, and here will be the deoxygenated blood. Why it is deoxygenated? Why? Because here the body parts are consuming the oxygen in the blood. Okay, so by this way here from the top, so superior vena cava. So this is inferior. Okay, inferior vena cava, and this is superior vena cava. Okay, so by this way the circulation is seen. So this circulation from the heart to body parts to heart, it is known as a systemic circulation. Why we are calling it as a systemic circulation? Why? Because this blood is supplied to the different systems. The different system like circulatory system, renal system, okay, next body parts, everything, okay, digestive system, reproductive system, and everything. So the blood is supplied to all different systems of the body, hence it is known as systemic circulation. Systemic circulation means the blood will be supplied, oxygenated blood will be supplied from the left ventricle to the body parts and gets returned to the right atrium. Can you see here the right atrium? So this is known as systemic circulation. Okay, so next we are discussing about the double circulation. What is double circulation? Double means two. Okay, double means two. Circulation means there is a flow of blood. Here there is a flow of blood twice or two times, that is known as double circulation. Can you see here? Here the pulmonary circulation is one circulation, and here the systemic circulation is another circulation. So two circulations are there, hence it is known as double circulation. So here the blood reaches the heart two times, one time to the lungs to heart, and second time from the heart to body parts to heart. So hence there are two times circulation is there. So one is through the pulmonary cycle, another is through the systemic cycle, hence it is known as double circulation. So the blood vessel has a double circulation. Okay, so it means hence the heart, our human heart, has a double circulation. Okay, so next Harvey found that the heart pumps blood 3 times the weight of man. Okay, and showed that the new blood will not be formed such a rate. So it means 3 times the weight of man. For example, if your body is 10 kgs, okay, so heart will pump, okay, around 3 times, it means 30 times, around 30. Okay, so that much amount of blood will be pumped, and he was very sure that new blood will not be formed at such a rate. So what is happening here? The old blood only, okay, that old blood or normal blood will be circulating again and again, and hence there is no formation of new blood at a short period of time. Within seconds the new blood will not be formed. Okay, so this is about the William Harvey. Okay, William Harvey observations. Next, in scientists in the 1650 year, so they arrange the lenses. Lenses means nothing but glasses. Okay, they are finely ground glasses. They will make the glasses very fine, and they will arrange it together, and they will observe something. Okay, these are known as magnifying glasses, and they will increase the size of an object so that scientists or doctors can observe the something easily with the help of a naked eye. Okay, so to the naked eye is nothing but eyes without any help. Okay, so if you observe something without any help or without any lenses, that is known as naked eye. So here they are using these such kind of lenses to help the eye to see objects. Okay, so next is the Marcello Malpighi. So he belongs to the year 1628 to the 1694. He observed tiny blood vessels. So those are known as blood capillaries. In the last class we have discussed. So these are the arteries, these are the blood capillaries. They are very, very thin like hair, and these are the veins. So they observe the lenses. Okay, they arrange the lenses in a such a way that to see the tiny hair-like structures like blood capillaries. They are known as blood capillaries. They observed the blood capillaries in bat. Okay, so it is an organism. It is a mammal. It is an organism. It will fly in the night. Okay, in this bat, they observed the blood capillaries with the help of magnifying lenses or lenses. Okay, so these blood vessels these blood capillaries are connected each other, and they are present in the thin membrane of the bat wing. Okay, so next, blood capillaries in the Latin, capillaries means hair. Okay, in Latin, capillaries means hair. Why they named it as capillary? Why? Because they are looking like a fine hair. Okay, so the blood circulation was complete with the discovery of capillaries. Okay, so that is done by the Malpighi. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the demonstration of Harvey experiment, William Harvey experiment, how he did and everything. So to this experiment, okay, so you can see this diagram. In this diagram, so see here, so there is a hand and tie a tourniquet above the elbow. So this is known as tourniquet. Tourniquet is nothing but a piece of cloth. Okay, a piece of cloth tie above the elbow, and ask him or her to hold a rolled cloth or some object in the wrist, and ask him or her to apply pressure in the wrist and slowly close. So as a result, what will happen? So the blood vessels that is present just below the skin is going to bulge. They will appear slightly elevated. Okay, so that is due to the bulging. Here you are stopping the blood flow, hence they are bulging. So you can see the blood vessels. Okay, you can see such kind of a blood vessels in this direction, and clearly you can notice. So this is the Harvey's demonstration. Okay, so here there are few questions in the textbook. The first question is, how did the scientist find out the blood moves in the blood vessels? So just by blocking. Just now we have discussed. Let us consider this is the vein. Okay, so if I block in this region, what will happen? So the blood will get accumulated and blood vessel will bulge over here. So in case of vein, this is known as vein. And in case of arteries, what will happen? If I block in this region, so the blood circulation, the blood will get accumulated over here, and this is an indication, clearly indication, this is an artery. Okay, let us consider this is the heart over here, and this is the heart. Okay, so the blood is moving. If the bulging is seen just below the blocked area, it indicates that it is an vein. So this is a little bit wrong. So if this is an artery, okay, if the bulging is seen above the blocked area, it is an artery. So in the veins, the bulging is seen just below the blocked area, and in case of arteries, the bulging will be seen just above the blocked region. So this is only the difference between the arteries and veins. Okay, this is done by the William Harvey. So is it possible to demonstrate the movement of blood in the vessels without damaging the blood vessels? Yes, it is possible. How it is possible? By doing such kind of activity. With the help of blocking and unblocking, you can find out which blood vessel is artery and which blood vessel is vein. Okay, so next, in which blood vessel the walls are formed, and why do you think the function of the walls in them? So the walls are present in the veins only. Okay, in the arteries you don't find any walls. Okay, so in the walls are present in the veins, and their function is to prevent the backflow. Okay, it will prevent the backflow. That is the importance of the walls in the veins. Okay, why do subcutaneous blood vessels bulge? First of all, what is meant by subcutaneous? Subcutaneous is nothing but under the skin. Sub means under, cutaneous means skin. Okay, they bulge on either side away from the heart when the hand is tied. Here you can see what we are saying. When the hand is tied, subcutaneous blood vessels will bulge on the side away from the heart. Okay, so here you can see the side, on the side away from the heart. Away from the heart means just below the blocked area or blocked region. This is away from the heart. So in case of arteries, the bulging the bulging is seen towards the heart. Okay, so towards the heart, the bulging is seen. In case of veins, the bulging is seen away from the heart. Okay, yes, bulging means you can see some kind of increase in area. Okay, so when the arteries are blocked, the bulging of the arteries is seen towards the heart. Just now we have discussed. So there are walls in the heart between the atria and ventricles. Is the purpose of the walls in the heart and veins is same? Yes, the purpose is same. What is the purpose of being walls in the heart and veins? There is only one purpose. That purpose is to prevent backflow of blood. So if the backflow is seen occurring all the time, there is no use of functioning of the heart and veins. So the valves are very, very important and essential for the prevention of backflow of blood. Okay, so next is, why are the arteries are deeply seated in the body, whereas veins are seated on the peripheral of the body, part of the body. So if you see here, the arteries are deeply seated in the body, in the muscles, due to the pressure, to withstand the higher pressure, so which is exerted by the heart on the arteries. They are present deeply seated in the body, or deeply seated in the muscles. So, and also the prevention of oxygenated blood when the injured area, when the blood vessel is injured, so the oxygenated blood should be prevented. So this is the reason the arteries are deeply seated in the body. Okay, so veins are located on the peripheral. Why? Because so they have the less pressure. The veins has the less pressure, so it is okay to be present on the peripheral or near to the skin or subcutaneous. So hence the proper flow of blood to the muscles is seen. So this is about our lecture, and I hope this lecture is helpful to you. And if you have any doubts or questions or suggestions, feel free to post in the comment section, and we will discuss the next topic in the next lecture. Okay,